When you hear someone being called rich, the kind where they have the money and power to turn everything their hands touch into gold, you automatically think of older men with popular establishments. You know, Bezos, Elon Musk, the king of Saudi Arabia, just people of that caliber. But being crazy rich has nothing to do with age, and there are a few people who remind us of that every once in a while. Iman Gadzhi, for example. He's 23 years old and has already amassed an insane net worth. The interesting part is that he didn't just start being rich. He has been a millionaire for 3 years now. Gadzhi has been labeled as having a net worth of $33 million. However, in a recent interview with British social media personality Mark Tilbury, the young millionaire revealed that he's worth more than that. In this video, we'll talk about everything you need to know about Iman Gadzhi, his real net worth, where he came from, how he makes his money, and everything in between. So who is Iman Gadzhi? Iman Gadzhi has made a huge deal of his money from being an online personality, and most of the things he talks about with his platform are business-related topics. That is, when he's not filming vlogs and showing off one of his many assets. This rings a bell, doesn't it? Yep, you guessed right. He sounds a little like Andrew Tate. Just like Tate, Gadzhi has a lot of presence on social media, with 2 million subscribers on his YouTube channel alone. He's popular on other platforms as well, especially Instagram and TikTok. He is also involved in some of the same things as Tate, which we'll get to in a moment. And because of these similarities, some people think Gadzhi is a Tate wannabe, or that he's a scammer. While the young millionaire hasn't been accused of any misogynistic or offensive views, he might look up to Tate in certain areas, but that doesn't mean his goal is to be the next Andrew Tate. Gadzhi, who is just 23, has a number of peculiarities to him. For one, he has achieved more at his age than so many people do in their lifetimes. Not a lot of people get so rich within such a short time frame. When you consider how he did that, a lot of factors come into play. There's his previous dropshipping business, clothing line, social media accounts, and, let's not forget, the multiple successful businesses registered in his name. Gadzhi claims he has amassed a net worth of $85 million from wearing all these hats. Now he owns houses in the most expensive cities in the world, and at the same time, he's constantly building on his wealth. In his interview with Mark Tilbury, Gadzhi talked about how attaining the multimillionaire status is the easy part, and the real work is maintaining the status and getting even richer. That kind of insight doesn't come from many people his age, but it seems like he is, in fact, putting in the work and making smart decisions. His humble beginnings and the influences earlier on in his life definitely had a part in making him the man that he is today. Gadzhi was raised by a single parent. His father was an abusive alcoholic who hurt his mother every chance he got, so when she got pregnant, she ran away from him to protect herself and her baby. Gadzhi seems like he had a decent childhood, but at some point, he dropped out of high school, and this was the beginning of his launch into business. He talks about how life was, growing up without a dad. It couldn't have been easy, but Gadzhi talks about how he learned to stop seeing it as a disadvantage. According to him, fathers pass on their views about fundamental things in life to their sons, and while this could be an advantage for some, it could also be a massive disadvantage for others. Many fathers have outdated and sometimes incorrect views, which end up holding their sons back or leading them down the wrong path. According to Gadzhi, he's lucky because he didn't have to deal with any of that. Besides, what are the chances that he'd have learned how to be a multimillionaire at the age of 23 from the kind of father he would have gotten? As a teenager, Gadzhi was already smart enough to know that formal education was not going to make him as rich as he wanted, so he found an alternative route and went for it. This route was obviously not a straight path, and he dabbled into what seemed like everything. Let's talk about Iman's investments and how he has gotten where he is now financially. Iman Gadzhi, the YouTuber. We all know Iman Gadzhi is one of the most successful YouTubers of the decade, but did you know that he has been operating that YouTube channel since 2015, when he was just 15 years old? If you look through his earlier videos, you will find that Gadzhi grew up a broke kid with just one objective: to make life comfortable for himself and his single mom. At the beginning of his YouTube career, Gadzhi, a scared young boy who had no idea what he was doing, would only get a few hundred views at best. Still, he diligently documented important moments of his life, including the establishment and growth of all his now successful businesses, which we'll get to in a little bit. As the years passed, he and his channel experienced massive growth. From talking about the struggles of being a young entrepreneur, Gadzhi's videos now cover a large spectrum of topics. He posts videos about personal development, career or business advice, self-improvement or motivation, but it's not always life-defining stuff you'd find on his page. He also throws in a little fun from time to time. He talks about his fancy vacations, luxurious houses, expensive wristwatches, excerpts from big parties that he attended, you know, all of that stuff. And it doesn't matter what he says, it seems like there are a lot of people interested in hearing it. At the time of this video, his channel has over 2.4 million subscribers and has had over 75 million views. In total, his YouTube career has contributed over $2 million to his Networth. Iman Gadzhi's marketing media agency. One of the major sources of Gadzhi's wealth is his digital marketing media agency, IAG Media. His first attempt at marketing was when he went into dropshipping, but that wasn't what secured the rags to riches story. It was IAG Media. He started the company as a teenager without him even knowing. It started by accident when Gadzhi became the social media manager of a local football team, and he combined this with his YouTube content creation. Within the space of 6 years, the agency has grown tremendously, and it has worked with many high-end companies. As successful as the company is, Gadzhi makes sure to work with a small yet efficient team. IAG Media boasts of hiring highly skilled and experienced professionals who work closely with clients to provide solutions tailored specifically to their needs. In total, the company has spent almost $15 million on advertising and returned over $63 million in revenue. The level of relationship IAG Media has with its clients is one of the things that sets it apart from its competitors, and because of that, Gadzhi has been invited to speak at public events to help people build their own online marketing media agencies. At one point, the demands for advice in this field became so high that Gadzhi decided to create an online course to help people who want to attain the same level of success he has achieved. This course, called Six-Figure SMMA, is another one of Iman Gadzhi's many sources of income. Iman Gadzhi's online training course. As we've mentioned earlier, the Six-Figure SMMA course was created to train aspiring agency owners to start and grow their own successful social media marketing agencies. The name of the course was changed from Six-Figure SMMA to Agency Navigator, and it cost $1,499. The course is taught using an app called Teachable. After registering, the students are given access to marketing funnels, sales scripts, training materials, a private Facebook group, and Q&A coaching twice a week. Overall, the course is distributed over 20 hours, 9 sections, several bonus lessons, and several live coaching calls from professionals in the field. Agency Navigator offers a somewhat flexible calendar, making it possible for students to combine the training with other aspects of their lives. Other business ventures. Iman Gadzhi is involved in a few other things apart from the ones we've mentioned already. For example, NFTs. Gadzhi decided to invest in NFTs in 2021 and made some very solid investments, resulting in massive returns. Another one of his companies, Gents Croquet Club, is an NFT project and one of the best performing ones at that. Overall, the young millionaire has managed to make $10 million from this and all his other NFT projects. Additionally, the 23-year-old owns a self-named brand which deals in clothing and accessories. This clothing line was launched in collaboration with UK-based company Genflow, and some of the items sold by the brand include blue light blockers eyewear, a variety of t-shirts, joggers, pants, and hoodies. The cheapest of these items cost tens of dollars, and of course, Gadzhi gets his cut from every item sold. Is Gadzhi a scam or real? Whether he's worth $30 million like it says on his YouTube page or $85 million like he told Mark Tilbury, whatever his actual net worth is, it is still a whole lot of money. Because his major source of income is digital marketing. And let's not forget how young he is. Many people think Iman Gadzhi is a fraud and might be into internet scams. However, it is easy to label someone without considering their track record or doing adequate research. Iman Gadzhi did not amass his net worth overnight. It took years of hard work and dedication, which is traceable, seeing as he documented everything on his YouTube channel. He has managed to come from being a dropout and the owner of a struggling dropshipping business to owning one of the world's most successful digital marketing media agencies. Just like he had always wanted, he has finally been able to grant his mother an early retirement, and he gives back to the community. Apart from posting helpful content on YouTube and teaching people to become successful like him, he is also a philanthropist who has self-funded 5 schools in Nepal, a project that has changed the lives of about 300 children. Iman Gadzhi is not a fraud. He's a model businessman, hardworking and compassionate. We could all learn a thing or two from him. With that said, we've come to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching, and until next time.